This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Welcome to Usapang Bayan. Ako po si George Chua, kasama ang aking co-host na si Rach Marquez. Pag-uusapan po natin ang bagong administrasyon at iba pang pangyayari sa ating bayan.
Makakapanayan po natin para sa gabing ito ang President ng Information Security Officers Group or ISOG, Mr. Joey Regala. Welcome to the show, sir.
Welcome, Joey, and it's a pleasure for us to have you this evening. Siguro, umpisahan natin. Ipaliwanag sa ating mga nanonood, ano ba yung ISOG na yan? At ano ba ang ibig sabihin yan at bakit ba importante yan?
Anyway, George, thank you very much for inviting me here in your program. And Rach, thank you also. And what is ISOG or ISOG? ISOG, actually, root word yan is from the Visayan word matapang or matatag. How did it happen? Siguro ganyan ang necessity eh. When we were in a meeting with the vendor one time with the Chief of Information Security Officers of various banks, and we were already discussing or talking about the threats that's happening in the cybersecurity. So we thought of forming a group whose one primary objective is information security awareness. Alam mo, George, kasi yung mga hackers or kalaban, they are very much coordinated, well-planned. And we feel, as an organization, if there is an organization of CISOs that will collaborate with each other, share information, manage shared information, we will have a better chance of fighting them. And thus, it was created last September 2014, and we're turning 2 years right now.
But maybe, Joey, paalam mo rin sa ating mga tagapanood na ikaw mismo ay may trabaho na head ng information group
security.
Sa information security sa UCPB, no?
Yes.
Tama ba yun? Sige.
Actually, the core members of the ISOG or ISOG are also CISOs or Chief Information Security Officers of the various banks. Therefore, we are kumbaga hands-on kami dito sa mga problema. So we know what's happening within the cyber community. That's why we see to it that we update our members through our monthly meetings. Ang tawag namin dun, George, is Technical Breakfast Thursday. Libre breakfast, pero we share our technical know-how in security. How do we now defend the cyberspace? And this is for free. With that, they go home educated on how to strengthen their individual banks.
Ilan ba ang miyembro nyo ngayon?
Actually, we don't talk of the number of members, but we are talking of the number of banks. So far, we are 20 banks, and each bank has around 2 or 3 or 4 members. So it's the number of banks that's more important.
Kung sinasabi mong libre ang breakfast, no? Sino ba nagbabayad niyan?
Of course, we pay, they pay the annual membership fee. Medyo minimal lang naman, 5,000. But normally, we get it from the sponsors that we get who gives us the technical updates. And as I said, going back to the Technical Breakfast Thursday, we also provide education to our members. Kasi George, ganito eh, even if you have a nice tool or device in your company, let's say a good, parang sasakyan yan, even if you have a Ferrari, if your driver does not have the skill and knowledge, what will happen? You will be, the device will not function well. So what we do in our organization, we somehow do a skill inventory. Ano ba ang kakayanan o ano ba yung nalalaman ng ating mga information security analysts or officers for each institution? Ang tinatawag niyan, we now calibrate. Dapat lahat tayo, we know the basic things that one should know. Or else, di ba, ganun nga, George, the weakest link to a chain, it's its strongest. So we believe if all banks will now standardize lahat ng competition namin, we will level it to a certain standard, the defense or the way we will defend the cyberspace will be, cybersecurity will be robust and at least alam na namin saan ba yung mga weak points. So we provide that. We have some paid training as well. To give an example, George, how will you know if you are being hacked if you don't know a little bit about hacking? So we have training such as Hacking 101. So you will be taught how to do a little hacking, web hacking, and some of the tools that a hacker does. So if you have knowledge in that aspect, at least hindi ka kayang lokohin. And those are the things that we see as a benefit of a member. And of course, discounts from upcoming conferences. Siguro mamaya, if you will allow me, I will announce our upcoming conference that will happen on September.
Sir, yung online transaction po is a necessity nowadays, most especially for those leading busy lives. How can we protect ourselves from being scammed online?
Alam mo, that is a very general problem of all because I don't see any person here without any cell phone. I don't see any person here using the internet. And maybe by the year 2020, most of the employees will request for a PDA or a mobile device rather than a workstation. So your question is very valid, no? Maybe I can start first with the end user. You as an end user, kayo mga end user. How do we now prevent ourselves from being hacked? There is a common saying is, number one, think before you click. Internet is very, very much used right now, even for information, that if you go to different websites, there are some attractive websites that you may call. Ang tawag nga nila doon, watering hole. Why watering hole? It looks just an innocent website, but they don't know at the background, may dina-download ng malware sa PC mo. So that's one thing that I can say.
Now, talking about the organization, yung mga natututunan ng inyong mga miyembro, no? Can you give us some examples over the last 2 years na yung mga type of cyber crime or cyber fraud na you were able to detect because of this organization, the ISOG, that you were able to put up that prevented such thing from wreaking havoc to your bank, no, to the different bank members?
Well, of course, generally, this is a well-known fact, no, that the bank is being attacked by phishing sites. What is a phishing site? It looks like a genuine website, but actually, it's the hacker's website. So, how did ISOG or how did my organization help in preventing such? As I said, we do alerts. If we find a malicious or a malicious website, we share it to our members. The fastest way kasi is sharing information to members, and thus the members are forewarned not to click on those, and even their clients are being alerted for that.
Actually, if I can comment on that, no? Because sometimes on my email, I get notices from a known bank, no, na akala mo pati yung kanyang email address coming from that bank. So ang ginagawa ko is that I send whatever message it is, which is normally something that they will say, please open or click this link so that we can update your account or whatever. Ang ginagawa ko dyan, pinapadala ko dun sa aking kaibigan dun sa bangkong yon para naman sabihin nila sa akin kung talagang totoo ba yon. And 10 out of 10 times, sasabihin nila walang ganyan. So tama yung sinasabi niya ni Joey, na ang nangyayari dyan ay parang nagiging phishing site or nagiging source of malware na parang may malicious ware dyan na sisirain yung database mo, nanakawin yung database mo at kung paano. So very common yan. And
Yep.
how do you address issues like that? Can you trace the source of these things if we gave you the website or if we gave you the email address?
Actually, right now, since crime is borderless, and it can travel from one country to another, it will be very difficult to pinpoint the real source of these sites. However, we do get some help from third parties on outsourcing this. That's what's called web crawling, and they hunt down phishing sites. So with the help of other vendors, we have that. We do some services like that. Kasi George, iba-ibang countries yan. I'll give an example. Let's say a website. We find out the company sees a website hosted in, let's say, country A. In order for you to contact or talk to country A, number one, you have to speak their language. So, hindi naman lahat ng countries English speaking. So that company, the one that is outsourced, they have to speak of that language and they talk to the CERT of that country. Ano ba yung CERT? Computer Emergency Response Team of that country, and alert them that this website is hosting a phishing site. From there, inaano na nila, nagkakaroon na sila ng coordination and they would request that website for that link to be taken down. Kasi nga George, phishing sites are very complicated. So hindi siya yung simple lang nakikita mong fake website, pabaguhin mo lang URL, yun na yun. It's quite complicated. So banks are really battling that. And one thing that aside from the outsourcing those web crawling, the first offense from them is informing other banks, hey, please be warned of this site. And of course, our clients, we normally tell to our clients, we will never ask for your credentials online, like your, imagine asking for your ATM card, password. Will a bank do that? Or an administrator telling you that your account was locked and you have to re-encode the password. And even, George, ingat lang, they will even ask for your email, your webmail. You will tell me, Joey, bakit Yahoo, webmail lang naman yan? Ano ba importante doon? Remember, George, some people do not segregate their corporate emails with their personal emails. Therefore, lahat ng request mo, let us say you ordered some plane tickets or you did some transaction in the bank, the transactions codes are there. And the hacker, once he gets your email, he will study what you do. Kasi hindi ka naman nagdi-delete ng email mo. Pag-aaralan niya, ganito pala personality ni George, meron pala siyang credit card,
Or
blah, blah,
you could
blah.
say something there that's secret, di ba? Yung mga, you wrote down your passwords or something like that in your email or something like that.
Which I think is really happening. That's why people, nagugulat na lang sila, bakit ako na-hack? Hindi nila alam, a simple email was the key. And medyo, this is my opportunity to share what we advise to clients.
Siguro, Joey, we
Later.
need to have a station break now. Sa amin pong pagbabalik, pag-uusapan pa rin natin ang challenges on cybersecurity kasama ang ISOG President, Mr. Joey Regala. Please stay tuned.